what's up guys? Today I'm going to show you part 1 of my mini-series where I kind of do a guide slash walkthrough of some of the mini-bosses and main bosses of the game. I've noticed that many people, including popular YouTubers, have said that this game is too hard and impossible. By the way, let me know in the comments section how you like the piano intro. I played and recorded it myself, and any feedback regarding the music and video production I will take. Let's get started. I'm here to show you that this game is really not as impossible as people make it out to be. Oftentimes I hear the comparison made between the Dark Souls series and Sekiro, which makes sense considering that they're both From Software games and they're both difficult hack and slash games. I played both Sekiro and Dark Souls 3, and I can tell you that they're some of my favorite games I've ever played. Some of the major complaints about Sekiro are how the game isn't fair due to phantom-like hitboxes from enemies. For example, how the tip of the enemy's spear still hits you even if you dodge right or left. Another complaint is that there are too many mini-bosses that are too difficult early in the game. Also, how enemies feint their attacks, making it impossible to dodge roll in time. Recently, many people have said how Dark Souls is fair and how you can dodge roll everything, but in Sekiro you cannot. Now, the first mistake people make is try to play this game like Dark Souls. I love when I hear from people, I'm a god at Dark Souls, therefore I'm going to dominate on Sekiro. Unfortunately, Sekiro's combat system works completely different than of Dark Souls. There's a higher emphasis on deflecting, movement, and speed. Everything is faster paced in Sekiro, and I will show you a guide on how to deal with bosses and how you can use these tips and tricks to become a master at Sekiro's combat system. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so this fight is really the first fight that poses a challenge for most people, and I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to overcome this boss, and you can use these tips to overcome all other bosses in the game. For offense, generally you want to slice 1 to 2 times before defending. Going 3 is risky because most bosses are able to cast an ability which you cannot stagger. This is not a game where you get to swing away unpunished and stagger enemies. For defense, I have 5 main tips. Number 1. Timed deflect. This is where you press the deflect button right when an enemy's attack hits. It increases their posture by a lot and your posture by very little. So anytime an enemy attacks, you click deflect. An enemy attacks, you click deflect. I do not recommend holding the deflect button because your posture goes up extremely fast. So when they're mid-combo and you're just holding it like this, you will get smacked and your posture bar will break eventually and you will lose the fight. Number 2, sidestepping. You can sidestep any enemy's regular attack or unblockable thrust attacks. By unblockable attack, I mean the red Asian symbol on top of your character that appears. Number 3, jumping is a form of dodge. There are unblockable attacks that are sweeps which you absolutely have to jump. You cannot block or sidestep left and right. No matter how frame perfect you are, if it is a sweep attack, you are still going to get hit. So it is important that you jump. Many players try to sidestep these sweep attacks. Even if they dodge frame perfect, they will still get hit. Number 4, Mikiri counter. Later you will get the Mikiri counter, which is absolutely vital, especially for enemies who have spears. To use it, you have to sidestep forward into the enemy when an enemy casts a thrust and only a thrust attack. Number 5, grabs are extremely dangerous, and the best thing to do is really just to jump backwards or sidestep backwards. So the first thing you want to do with these bosses is find an opportunity to stealth kill them. Most of these bosses allow you to get a free hit in the back, which allows you to take 1 red node of their life. So he has 2 lives. If you backstab him, you only have to deal with 1. So if you have to deal with 1, you're doing half the work. So you can grapple up on these ledges, go all the way around, and backstab him. For the sake of the video, I will kill both of his lives just to show you my technique and my combat. So first, what I let them do is I just let them kind of do their attacks just to see what I'm dealing with. So there's a sweep attack, so I know I can jump that or move back a little bit. So I just usually like to smack him like once or twice to see what he does, and then once I figure out his movement, see right there he did his sweep attack, and each time I was able to punish it. So that's kind of like a cue for me to know like, oh, sweep attack, I can hit him one time, once or twice, and that's like free damage. You might not think it's a lot, but if you lower his health, then his posture bar goes up very slowly, so it's actually worth it. So now I'm getting a little cocky because I did some damage to him. I'm like, okay, like I'm actually doing quite well this fight. Maybe I can get some extra free hits in. So right there, he's trying to recover his posture, which is a free harass basically. Like you can hit him anytime when he does that. There's a sweep attack, I jump it. There's a posture, like a lot of people struggle on this boss and they take like 30 attempts to do it. But as you can see, like if you really pay attention to his moveset and learn from your mistakes, you can do so much damage. There was so much time that he has left himself open for me to harass. So right there, I got hit a little bit. Let's see if I can do some time deflects here. So there you go. Time to flex. Time to flex increases posture by a lot, so always do that. So right there, I noticed that I could actually stagger him when he's doing his unblockable attack. Not every boss allows you to do that, but this boss is one of the earlier bosses, so you can actually stagger him mid-attack. So right there. Jump that. Posture again. So many opportunities to hit him. And a lot of people will say this is like such a tough boss, such an early tough boss, but as you can see, it's really not bad at all if you learn from your mistakes. Anyways, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please leave a like and subscribe so I can continue making content for you guys.